Hello and welcome back to the channel of Nonsense and Motorcycle Live. I'm here with R1 Liz to walk around and show you all the latest bikes. I'm going to talk about the technical stuff. She's going to be an absolute genius with video technology, and she's going to talk about the design of the bikes and basically the stuff that she likes. If you don't already subscribe to R1 Liz on YouTube, go and do it, because she does loads of mad adventures on her pink S1000RR.
I can't do this.
And she's walking off. She's done with YouTube. The big news is the Panigale V2. And the big news is that it's very different from how it used to be. So it's got that new engine down to 120 horsepower, but it's very light, 179 kilos wet. You get the V2S, which is this one, that's 17 grand. 17 grand!
Is it 17 grand?
17 grand for a bike 120 horsepower.
I don't think that's bad.
You don't think that's bad?
I don't think that's bad.
Well, for a Ducati, it's going to be expensive anyway, isn't
You can't leave
it?
your house without spending 10 grand at this point, so 17 is fine.
It's okay. It looks.
okay.
It's got the new Panigale face. I think it looks very smart. Obviously, it looks very premium. But I think all the diehards are going to be like, oh, I want my 155 horsepower back. The big question I've got for the Panigale V2 is the riding position more comfortable? That looks pretty upright. Does that feel a lot more upright than the old
Feels
one?
like you're on an SV.
Feels like you're on an
No,
SV.
don't fucking like that.
The Ducati V2 SV. It is more relaxed, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. It's got quite high bars than the before.
The pegs don't feel like they're any lower.
Okay.
It's just this.
Fine, there we go.
And it's quite...
I think Liz is basically saying it's the Ducati Happy Shopper. Right, so this is the V4S, which is obviously new for this year. It's 30 grand though now, isn't it? Which is lovely. 216 horsepower, 190 kilos. This one's got the optional carbon wings on it. It's got the new face. It's meant to be easier to ride than ever. And I like the accessory exhaust. But yeah, 30 grand. Yikes. And everyone's losing their mind about the double-sided swing arm, but those people are just vain bastards, aren't they?
If I had 30 grand, I'd buy a house.
Whereabouts though?
For 30 grand, anywhere.
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 Not Surrey, love. Right, it's much like the Panigale V2, got Street Fighter V2, 120 horsepower. This was 14 grand, unless you get the S and it's 16 grand. It's going to feel a lot like a Monster, is my only worry, because the Monster is a low-down Toque engine. So over on the bike shore stand, they're trying to give away used-name Kate's, I think, quite doggy old Ducati. I remember she had loads of problems with this. And yeah, they've had to give it away because she can't sell it. So if you want an absolute dog that's probably going to catch fire, no, not really, I'm joking. Come to the bike shore stand and try and win it. Right, I've lost Liz. She's over there because, quote unquote, I don't care about KTM. No, not really. New 1390 Super Adventure S. I had 1290. I loved it. This has got the new face. It's got more power. It's got some extra bits and bobs. It's got a new dashboard. But otherwise, actually, it looks very similar to the 1290. It looks like the same seat, even though technically it's not. I've done a video on this on the channel, so go and watch that. The thing that's actually quite interesting for me is Jeremy McWilliams over here. I don't know where he's gone. Anyway, yeah, new 1390 Super Duke GT. It's not toned down from Super Duke R now, so it's got the same engine exactly as the Super Duke R, so that should be a riot. I used to struggle with the old one ergonomically. I felt a bit too locked in, but apparently they've fixed that, made it more comfortable. The best angle is probably around here, because yeah, definitely a face only a mother could love, but you won't care when you're riding it because it'll just be absolutely nuts. Not allowed to sit on them, not allowed to touch them though, because they're going back to Austria after the show to make videos with. And here's the Super Adventure S Evo, which actually has got a proper throwback colour scheme. This looks like the first of the 1190s or the 1290s before it got the radar cruise. This one is the Evo, so this is not going to have a clutch on it. It's going to have the automated manual, this new switch gear. Don't mind that. Don't know. Feels okay, but I think it looked nicer before. And you've got a nice little phone pouch in there. I probably shouldn't be touching it, as the judge always tells me. I've had to turn Liz's microphone off because we're on the Husqvarna stand and she's just giggling and screaming. But this looks absolutely epic. Vitpillar 801. It looks, well, very concept bikey. Look at the exhaust, that's the main thing. Looks ceramic coated coming up and out the back there. That looks Very uncomfortable with the weird flat bars that we've had on Vitplins before, but yeah, I quite like that. So we found the Spark Pillar 801, which I think is Liz's idea of heaven.
Basically, yeah. I mean, I love my tiny spark pillar, but the only complaint that I have about my tiny spark pillar is that he doesn't go very fast on the motorways.
Yeah, I think, this will go a lot faster.
This will go a little bit faster and it will have a little bit more oomph, and it's still adorable.
Adorable?
It's adorable, look at it.
Is it adorable?
So cute. I mean, baby Sparty there. That is the cutest thing in the world.
It's quite cute. They've got kind of like a military...
And then, like puppies, and you know when you find like a little frog, it's like that. It's so cute.
I mean, it's just a rebadged KTM, isn't it? Let's be honest.
You know?
But it'll be good. It'll be fun. Have you ridden one yet?
No.
Do you want to?
Obviously, yes.
Hints.
I don't think I could tear myself from it. I mean, I'm going to have a hard time leaving today.
It's quite cool. This one's got the optional Acra on it as well.
Yeah,
it does look cool. It does look good. It suits you. It wouldn't suit me. I'm too big for it, but yeah.
It's just like it's a neat little package. It's going to be totally manageable. You're going to be able to do some scatty things with it. You're going to be able to push your own barriers.
Some scatty things.
A couple of scatty things.
Scatty things, like pooing on someone.
Huh?
Right, Liz, there's a motorbike over here that I need your design critique on.
No.
We're on the Triumph stand.
It's going to be hideous, isn't it?
And it's the Rocket 3 Evil Knievel edition. What do you think of this? Isn't it so understated? Surface. It's a limited edition, so they're only going to sell a couple of them.
Good.
Not to us, I imagine. I can't afford it. It's 26, 27 grand anyway. Oh, New Speed Twin RS. That looks absolutely amazing in orange. Look at that. Here it is in white. Not the RS. Those are so good to ride. Very excited about riding one of those next year. That RS though, that's a bit of me, that. Right, I think this is Triumph's most important bike of the year. It's Type Sport 800. 11 grand gets you 800cc triple. It's got 115 horsepower, though this yellow is 100 quid more. Obviously, it looks just like the 660, which was a lovely bike to ride, but this one's going to have a fair bit more power, a fair bit more torque. It has still got that dashboard though, which makes some people sad. What's the Liz verdict?
I like it. I think
like the yellow.
It's going to fill a gap, and it's a very small gap, but I feel like it's going to be popular.
Yeah. I think if you like the Type Sport 660, but you want more power, or you step up, this is going to be perfect. It's got a proper 17-inch front wheel. There's no fanning around with weird 19-inch front wheels for road riding.
Spending money on an unnecessary 1200 that you don't need.
Yeah.
You can get this instead.
11 grand. That feels like a bit of a bargain.
That's
Although
not
11 grand is still a lot of money
No, it isn't.
in this context. So do you say it's not?
No.
No, but you come from like landed gentry, so it's not going to be much for you. So. Right, I think this is going to be bike of the show for lots of people. Yamaha R9. It's an MT09 underneath, slightly lightened frame. The lightest ever aluminium delta box, still 119 horsepower. Yamaha continuing the theme of sticking Brembos on their bikes now, our high-end ones. It looks absolutely mega in person. I'd go for blue over black. But yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I know everyone will be saying, oh, I want an R1. Well, you can't have one. Liz. Right, it's Yamaha's new Tracer 9. It's quite a controversial looking bike, and this is probably the most normal version, because that's just the Tracer 9. Then over here, you're going to have the Tracer 9 GT Plus, which is going to be controversial, not just because it looks a bit odd, but it's also heckin' expensive. This is £17,000, but it is the first motorbike use of matrix LED headlights. That's what you have on Audis when you're being dazzled by someone coming the other way. Also, this Tracer 9 GT Plus only comes with Yamaha's automated manual, so if you want this, you've got to go clutchless, so to speak. Some other bits and bobs that are on all Tracer 9s now. They've all got hill hold control, they've changed the steering geometry, so they've got a tighter turning circle. They've got new dashboards as well, and the latest Yamaha switchgear with the funny indicators that no one really likes. But yeah, still the same engine, cross-plane 3, about 117 horsepower. I quite like it. R1 Liz, what do you reckon when you're not on Instagram? Can you see yourself on one of these?
No.
Sports Tourer?
No.
Right, over on the Honda stand, you've got the new look Hornets, which are very cheap. What they are, it's 10 grand for one in a speed. 150 horsepower, it comes with a small man on it as well. 155 horsepower, as if you know what you're talking about. There we go. That very low seat height, as you can see there as well. Short Yorkshire man, cheap bike, lots of power. What's not to like? A Honda back on form? Or does it look like a rip-off of a Ducati Street Fighter?
I didn't say that. Who said that?
Definitely not Liz, 5 minutes ago. This is awesome, isn't it?
This is one that I think would be competing for not necessarily top bike, but it's definitely competing with Big Smarty for my affections.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a new Concept F450 GS. Apparently, the real one's probably going to be unveiled end of next year, probably coming out 2026. There you go. The parallel twin, knobbly tired. That just looks fun. Just standing still. So cool. BMW, please make it. And then stick the 1300 engine in it just to annoy everyone. Cheers. Normal S1000R is up, I think it's 6 horsepower now, 165 horsepower. The M1000R, which is in silver there, it's all about the more normal S1000R and its new looks. I love that. It starts from actually 14 grand, but it's 16 grand for the sport version, which is this, which is the one you want. There we go. There's some numbers. Liz is over here somewhere. Hang on. Just gonna find Liz. Liz has got the new version of her bike. This one hasn't been destroyed by a trip to Andalusia or something, but...
Andalusia, that's...
Oh, whatever. It
You're
looks
not going to
nice.
destroy anything going there, that's just Spain.
Do you want wings on your bike?
No.
No.
The only reason I would want wings on my bike is so that I can attach bags to the wings and then it's extra storage space. So
Okay, fine. So you're thinking of this as a practical luggage solution, tying stuff to that.
the little US5 dry bags, so you would be able to wedge them in and it fit
Yeah,
perfectly.
I think that's what I'd be thinking of. You can actually get quite a lot of luggage in there, so... Liz's new
never
bike.
had a problem where I thought wings would really help me out here, so...
I should probably tell you about this. This doesn't actually have many changes other than the looks. There'll be some details as well. The sport model, which is the one you want, £19,310. This one's optioned up to 28 grand because, well, of course it is. Over on the Kawasaki stands the new Z900.
Yeah, this one is on a spinny thing, it must be important.
It's on a spinny thing, it must be important. Yeah, love the green subframe. That's nice. Remote preload adjuster. I think the earlier shock is on the SC. I couldn't make that up. But yeah, that looks very nice. Haven't had any Kawasaki's on the channel ever. I should probably fix that in 2024. There's also new engine in this as well, I believe. It's now up to 1100 from 1043cc for the Z1100 SX. Again, it's an SE model with the Erlen shock. Yeah, it looks like a proper real-world sports toury bike. And the Versys has now got that engine as well. And there's Liz looking classy. Right, that's the end of Motorcycle Live on my slightly rubbish video about Motorcycle Live, but thank you, Liz, for joining me. What was your favourite bike of the show?
I like the tiny, teeny GS.
Yeah.
Even though they're not going to be releasing that for, what, another year?
Another year. I think it was probably my favourite bike as well. I like it. It looks tall, but I reckon the one they bring out will be shorter. But hey, those good bikes here, so come and have a look. But whatever you do, don't come and talk to Carl Steven, MCN, who just said a word that I'm going to have to bleep out. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us how much you loved Motorcycle Live if you came, and how much you paid for a cone of chicken and chips, because the answer is £15.50. Goodbye. Bye, Liz. Say bye, Liz.
Bye.